So here we have the BMW M240 automatic convertible on a 67 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some of the controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a two-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you'll see we have reversing sensors, and given that the roof is currently down, the boot space is surprisingly good. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see not only is it great looking, but it's in really fantastic condition as well. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. As you see, the seats are full red leather. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the speedometer and fuel gauge, and on the right-hand side, we have the Rev Counter. Whilst we're talking about the Rev Counter, I think it's well worth hearing the exhaust note of this car, so I'm going to give it a little rev for you now. As you can hear, it sounds fantastic. At the bottom there, we've got a digital readout for the speedometer currently showing. You can change the information that's displayed there by pushing the button on the end of the indicator stalk, and you can see the total miles for this car are only 1,131. Backing out to the steering wheel, on the left-hand side we have speed limiter, and on the right-hand side we have stereo controls, including voice activation for the phone. So hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it can do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is, of course, once you pair the phone, and that's done on the central screen. Before we come to that, I think it's worth pointing out the paddles we have on either side. They are so that you can change gear manually with this automatic gearbox for a slightly quicker gear change or for more flexibility or control. If we work our way over into the central screen, so this is where you'd pair your phone under the communication heading there. In terms of the movements I'm making on this menu now, everything is being done using the Idrive system down here. So this dial essentially will take us through the various options. We can select things with that. This moves to the right, left, up and down as well, which becomes handy in different menus. Or you can access some menus directly from here. So we're on the main menu at the moment. Firstly, with regards to music, you can see this car's got DAB radio, FM radio, AM radio. We can store a music collection on the car as well. We've got a CD player. You can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio, and there's a USB input. So loads of ways to listen to your music. With regards to the satellite navigation on this car has professional nav, so it's got the extra wide screen. We've done a full video showing how this works on our website and on our Facebook page, which is well worth checking out. But in essence, if I want to access that panel to the left there, I just jog the dial over to the left and turn it, and I can select any of these things here. So I can put in a route guidance, I can change the volume, for example, of these spoken instructions should I wish to. Very, very easy to use this system. Working our way down, we've got the CD player and then the dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Fan speed in the middle. That button will turn the air conditioning on or off again, or you can hit auto and the car will maintain those temperatures for you. We've also got, which is particularly handy for a convertible, heated driver and passenger seats as well. We then have in this space a couple of cup holders and a 12-volt charging socket. This car is keyless start, so the key simply needs to be inside the car. As long as it's in the car, you can press this button to start the engine and to stop it again. The button above that turns off the stop and start. So this car's designed to cut out in traffic to save you fuel. Hitting that button turns that system off. We then have the fully automatic gearbox. Now, I mentioned before we got those paddles to change gear. You can use the paddles to go up and down a gear, or the gear lever, up a gear or down a gear, and you can put it back into drive, and you can do that stationary or in motion. To the right hand side of that, you can change the driver setup of the car, so we can put it in sport mode or Eco Pro. We can turn off the traction control as well. We then have the iDrive system, which we've already been through, and the button to operate the roof, which I'm going to show you now. So lifting this up will take the roof back, and it's back at the moment. Pushing the button down will bring the roof forwards. So I'll show you that working now. Okay, so if I push that button down, the roof will start to work. It will start to work by the boot opening first of all, which you can see it's just done. The roof cassette will then come out from that area. It will stop just shy of locking so that the boot can close itself and the rear window can close down. as well as the front one latching in. Once it's all done, you'll hear a sound, and then the windows will come up automatically if you keep your finger on that button. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.